Welcome to English 121301. I am Brian Green Young, and I'm going to be your instructor for this semester. I'm sure this video is coming across as awkwardly as possible. I feel extremely awkward. This is the first time I've done a class like this, so this is new to me. Hopefully this is not new to you. If it is, then we'll just figure all this out together. So a couple of different things that I want to go over that you need to know as we approach this semester and start to get into things. First of all, thank you for everyone for the hard work you did on the opening assignments. Your pre-write assignment, the main purpose of that was simply so that we could see where you are with your writing right now. We'll compare that with the paper at the end of the semester, and that will give us a good idea of the kind of growth that you've experienced with your writing this semester. But before we get into all of that, I just want to go over a couple of other things that you will need to know and that will make your semester and my semester a whole lot happier. So first of all, Brightspace is your friend. If you have not taken the Brightspace tutorials, I encourage you to do so. All lectures, all assignments, everything will be running through Brightspace. So if you're not familiar with that, I encourage you to do so quickly. Attendance. How do we take attendance in an online class? It's taken by your participation. So for example, for this week, attendance will be taken by watching of this video. Other weeks it may be based on the discussion board. If I see that you haven't logged in or done anything for more than 2 weeks, I may reach out to you at that point. I would remind you that you were responsible for your own education. I can do everything I can to help you, but it's up to you to do the assignments and to turn them in. The textbook. So this is my first time using an e-textbook. I cannot say that I like it. I don't particularly like e-textbooks. I think people learn better with actual textbooks, but this is where we're at. This is the decision that was made, so this is what we're going to work with. I understand from several of you that there have been some issues getting into the textbook. I have reached out to the textbook publisher to find out what's going on and what the technical issue is. As soon as I get that resolved, I will send out an email and let you know. Until then, we're going to move forward with other assignments that'll help us as we move forward in the semester. Grading. I do not like to grade. I used to be driven by grades. That was what my level of success was, grading. I have a different approach to that now that I've gotten a little bit older. Grades are simply a snapshot of where you are at a particular point in the semester. A grade is not a value judgment, it's not a moral judgment about you. It's simply reflective of where your writing skills are at this point. My job is to help you improve your skills. I don't expect everybody to be perfect right away. You're all coming from different backgrounds. Some of you are adult learners coming back to school. Some of you are coming straight out of high school. You've all had different high school educations and backgrounds. So I don't expect all of you to be at the same point starting to this class. And so I try and keep that in mind when I grade and when I work with you to see kind of what your background is, where you are, and what your goals are with your writing. Again, going back to doing your work, you are responsible for your own education. I can help you as much as possible, but if you're having problems and you don't reach out to me, or you don't turn in assignments, then there's not a whole lot that I can do for you. The fact of the matter is, at the end of the semester, whether you pass or fail, it's not going to affect me, but it is going to affect you. You're the one that's paying for the course. I'm going to get paid whether you pass or fail. My goal, and what I would help most, is that you would all pass. And I can say that if you will simply participate, if you do the assignments, and if you do the work, you will almost surely pass. But that's on you. Again, you are responsible for your own education. You paid the money, and this is on you. We're all adults in college, and I will treat you like an adult, and we're going to make adult decisions. Writing. My goal for your writing is for you to become a more effective writer, regardless of what your field is or what you're going to be doing with your life. Some of you are going into nursing, some may be arts, some may be mechanical. There's a wide range, and you're probably asking yourself, why do I need to know how to write an academic paper if I'm going to be in one of these other fields? Writing is not just about writing an academic paper. It's about writing in a way that communicates what you were thinking and what you were feeling with those around you. So for example, if you're a nurse, you may have to write a memo. You may have to write something out for the doctor or somebody else. If you're a salesman, you may have to write an email to a boss or an email to a prospective client. All of those things require effective writing skills to help you communicate to the other person. That's what I'm here to do. Now, our specific purpose this semester is we are going to work on an academic paper, which you should have done in Comp 1, and we're just going to build on that moving forward to this semester. So a few things that I would like you to know, and as kind of a refresher as we start. One of the most effective things in writing and to being a good writer is asking questions. Last semester you would have gone over the steps for critical thinking. I'm going to review that with you just right now, real quick. And it's asking these questions. Who, what, when, where, why, and how. When it comes time for you to start thinking about a topic for your paper, and we're going to get to that in just a minute, I want you to start asking yourself these questions. Who am I writing to? Or who am I writing about? For this semester, for this class, your audience is going to be me. It's going to be your professor, a general audience. In another time, it might be your boss, anyone like that. So you want to ask the question, who am I writing to? And if it's about a person, who am I writing about? What is the purpose of this paper? What is the purpose of my writing? For us, it's going to be the academic paper, and it's going to have your thesis sentence. The what is going to be your thesis sentence with the 3 claims that we would have went over. For example, you might say, Billy wants to go to the store and he needs to get milk, eggs, and toilet paper because of the snow. So what is he going to get? When did he go get them? Where did he go get what he needed? Why did he need to get those items? And how did he go about getting them? You can ask those questions of any topic that you have. Again, just keep going through those. Who, what, when, where, why, and how. For the most part, when you're writing your paper, your introductory paragraph is going to contain these items. The who, what, when, and where. The why and how are going to be the body of your going to be the paragraphs are going to be the body of your paper. So if you'll think of it in those terms, it's easy to break it down, and then we can work through the semester that way. When it comes to writing, I'm very picky about a few things, and I'm going to go over those with you now. The first of all is to avoid unnecessary and filler words. The worst of them is the word very. Use that word as little as possible. That's a popular word in our language. It's a popular word in writing because we don't have good vocabularies often. It's been my experience is folks' vocabularies isn't quite what it should be, and so they use very as a way of describing something. For example, if I were to, I love labs, and so my dog is a half lab, half Doberman. Now I could say that my dog is very beautiful. My dog is very smart. Or I could say my dog is gorgeous. Or I could just say my dog is beautiful. My dog is exhilarating. My dog is brilliant. There are so many other words you can use, that can express an emotion better than simply saying something is very whatever. So I'd like you to use that word as little as possible in your writing. It's simply a filler word. It doesn't really add anything to your paper other than extra words. Now, I know that's a common practice when writing. If there's a page count, there's a word count, and so you're looking to fill in with words. You're looking to fill in as much as possible. I will catch you on that, and I'll probably come back to you and say, let's find another way to say things. I want you to be direct in your writing. I want you to be straightforward and to be active in your writing. So for example, if I were to write, Billy was going to the store for some milk. Now that is a lovely sentence with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 words. Nice long sentence. It'll fill up your paragraph. Billy went to the store for milk. That's a more direct and active sentence. You're not using these fillers. Was going. Some. When you go to the store, do you say, I'm going for some milk, or I'm going for some peas or corn or whatever? No, you say, I'm going to get some milk. I'm going to get corn. I'm going to get groceries. So be direct in your writing. Avoid unnecessary and filling words. Avoid words that don't add anything. Some is a very vague word. Avoid vague words. Again, be direct in your writing. Your writing will improve dramatically if you're able to do that. Okay, so the last thing that I want to cover with you right now is to go over your assignment for this next week. Again, as I mentioned earlier, on the textbook, there tends to be a technical issue. I've reached out to the publisher to try and get that worked out. Until then, again, we're going to move ahead in a different way. And so what I would like for you to do for this next week, and this will be due next Wednesday, I will have the assignment posted in Brightspace as well as a new submission folder set up for these. This semester, you have the goal of writing a major paper by the end of the semester. And so I want you to begin thinking about your topic for your paper. So what I would like for next week is for you to submit a single document that has 3 potential topics for your paper. And with each topic, I want you to list 3 potential sources. So you should have one topic with 3 sources, another topic with 3 sources, then a third topic with 3 sources. When it comes to the topic for your paper, I'm asking that you avoid things like abortion, death penalty, legalization of drugs, all the standard topics. Those have been covered ad nauseum over the years. Those papers have been written a million times. I want you to write something that speaks to you and that interests you. So think about the things that you're interested in. Maybe it's through work or something else, and look for a potential topic on that you can use for your paper. I had a paper in a previous class. I had a paper on Britney Spears. It's the best paper that the person wrote the entire semester. So be creative in your thinking, and the reason I want you to give me 3 different ideas is so that we can look and see which ones might be most appropriate and which ones have the most potential for you to write about this semester. Again, think about things that you're interested in. If you're working in nursing, is there something in particular that has come up that you're curious about and you want to know more about? That could be a good potential topic. So I want you to submit those, and then I will review them and come back with different suggestions, and then we'll work together over the next couple of weeks to kind of fine tune what that's going to be. Now, the last thing that I want to go over and to leave with you is the other assignment for next week is going to be the discussion board. And I want you to go onto the discussion board and write down one key takeaway that you got from watching this video. What's one important fact you learned that will help you this semester? And just put that on the discussion board. I need each of you to write down one thing on the discussion board, and then the typical discussion board policies apply. Everyone needs to reply to at least one or two other posts. So that's all I have for right now. If you have any questions about this, feel free to email me. Again, I'm available via email Monday through Friday until 5 p.m. I don't answer emails after 5, and I don't answer emails on the weekend. One of the things that's important in my life and should be important in yours is finding a healthy balance between the work that we do and our personal lives. Part of that means establishing healthy boundaries for communication. I am not someone who's going to be available 24/7. That's not how the world works, at least not in mine. But Monday through Friday until 5 o'clock, I will answer emails. If there is an emergency, you're welcome to text me. If you do send me a text, put your name and your class, and then specifically what it is that you need assistance with, and I will respond to you as soon as possible. Again, so that's all I've got for right now. Here's your assignment, your topics, the discussion board, and I will see you next week. Thanks.